Hi there, Encounter family. It's Pastor Reece with an Encounter encouragement for you. You know, I want to share with you the story of Glenn Cunningham, who was a world-class middle distance runner during the 1930s. In fact, he held the world record for the mile for over 3 years. He was a member of both the 1932 and 1936 Olympic teams. He went on and studied physiology and physical education, got his PhD, in fact, from New York University, and actually from Cornell University, I believe, and was on staff at New York University, and had an amazingly successful career. But the story of Glenn Cunningham is not about his medals that he won in the Olympics or his degrees that he earned or even all of the other amazing accomplishments it had. It's that he was probably the least probable person to actually do that. When he was 7 years old, he and his brother Floyd were caught in a disastrous school fire and his legs were severely burned. And the doctors didn't think that he would even walk again, let alone run. And so he had to really think about what to do, and he started walking and then running as a form of physical therapy. Think Forrest Gump, actually. Glenn Cunningham was a real-life Forrest Gump. And he ran in high school, he ran in college, and he found that he could actually perform at the highest level possible, but he was different. He'd gone through the fire and his legs were so damaged that he never recovered a natural gait. And in fact, if you see films of him running, he has a very unorthodox style. No one would ever coach you to run the way that Glenn Cunningham ran. He had to get special massage therapy before and after all of his meets because his legs just hurt. And he had to endure that and overcome that. And so his life was not typical or normal for another long distance runner. But what I think we can take away from Glenn Cunningham's story is this, that adversity can open us up to opportunities, open doors that we didn't even know were there. I doubt very seriously Glenn Cunningham would ever have been an Olympic runner if he hadn't gone through a fire. I certainly don't think, given where he was born in rural Kansas, he would have gone on and been a professor at NYU. But the adversity was not something that defined who he was. He didn't let his limits limit him. In fact, he was willing to endure and persevere. And he accepted the fact. He went through this terrible situation and he was changed. He was damaged. He wasn't the same as he was before. And when we go through tragedies and difficulties, often we come out the backside not the same as we went in. And when that occurred, though, he didn't simply shut down and say, well, that means I can no longer do this or no longer do that. He found a way. And with God's grace, if we won't compare ourselves to others, if we'll ask the Lord to come into our situation and say, God, I've just endured this divorce. I've just gone through this sickness. I've gone through this bankruptcy. I've gone through this whatever, and I'm damaged. But I believe that with your grace, I can learn to do things differently and better. Maybe I won't do it the way other people have. Maybe my story won't be their story, but my story will be a story of you working in my life. And I'm going to find a way to become who you created me to be, despite the adversity I've endured. That's my encouragement for you this morning. Trust in God. Trust in His grace. If this was an encouragement to you, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, share this with a friend. God bless you. Have a great day.